Hello and welcome back to my podfics. This is the reading of I'll Bleed to Wherever I Want to, Bitch by TanaraRay. And this is recorded right after the last video. So if you can hear the wind, blame the weather. Anyways, now this story, I forgot to mention, the rating is a mature rating because a lot of violence, let's just say, and also cursing, as you already know. It has graphic depictions of violence. I think you can already imagine what it means. And yes, now on to the chapter. So Jason isn't having a good day. Fuck, he isn't having a good month. The month is maybe 2 weeks old and he's already had enough. He'd rather tap out for this one because please and thank you. It started with corpses, as it usually does in his life. But this time, it was neither his corpse nor did he cause them. So he was understandably a little pissed to find those in Crime Alley on his turf, which shouldn't have children's bodies lying around in its alleys. But it does. They were discovered by Jeff and Jenny, two kids from the worst parts of the alley, already traumatized enough with that particular image. That image being 3 bodies haphazardly stacked behind the damn dumpster. 2 kids and a young adult. None of them looked like regular citizens of Gotham, more like people from other less fucked up cities. Like people with suburban fucking perfect lives. At least the kids did with their clean clothes and nice haircuts. The young adult, a woman with ginger, was wearing a black overall. 3 days later, another body turned up in the same alley. This time, an old man, also in a black overall. His eyes were missing. That was the point where Jason gave up trying to deal with it on his own, mostly because he just doesn't have the time and resources to take care of it. So he contacted Bruce and let him stick his nose into his business. And now there are several noses all over his business because Bruce comes with Damien, comes with everyone else. So now the whole family is waltzing all over his territory, and it's getting all on his last goddamn nerve. He can't spend a single patrol without so much as seeing one of them getting all up in his shit. He's already taken care of years ago. Like drug dealers, he's already got in his pocket, and homeless kids he's already bullied into accepting his modicum of help. And it ain't getting better. Replacement tried finding the people in any missing records and came up empty. He dug deeper, even internationally. Nothing. Wherever they come from, no one's missing them. Which is improbable since at least the kids look like they led picture-perfect lives. So they took DNA samples, multiple ones, ran them through every test imaginable, tried every explanation first before having to settle on this. The people don't exist because they shouldn't be able to exist. Their little cell makeup makes it impossible for them to ever have lived. All this while, more bodies appeared, each more mangled than the last. A middle-aged man missing both legs. A little girl leaking her brain matter all over the bottom cobblestone. A teenage boy with a crushed hand. 2 women, each missing an arm. The worst? The whole of a person, very obviously missing all their bones, sunken together and completely unrecognizable. A fleshy mass slushing at every touch. Steph found that one. Jason hasn't seen her since. Apart from that one, they were all wearing a black overall. According to replacement, it was put on post-mortem. And also, they were all dumped in the same alley, despite it being heavily patrolled by both the Bats and Jason's men. Somehow, there were always new bodies. Today, it had been Jason's turn. He'd been patrolling the area for a few hours when a figure captured his eye. And Jason hadn't slept in way too long. The pit is going fucking crazy today, and he has already fucking annoying bruise on his knee that smarts at every single fucking step. So he's a bit pissed, a bit unconcentrated, okay? So he tackles them off the edge of the roof. They're small and they're leaning forward, and Jason won't have any more kids dead on his turf. So he swings into them, maybe a bit too fast of a speed. He's not a complete asshole though, so he tries to shield them from the damage as much as he can. He lands on top when he gets a good look. He freezes. A boy, young, Asian, with weirdly pointed bare teeth. But what gets him? It's dark, so he can't see all that much. But there's blood matting his hair and smeared all over his face, like he touched it with bloody hands. Had he hurt himself? Cut his wrist and decided to speed up the process? Sorry, but not on my turf. Actually, not at all. Betcha it ain't worth it. Then he registers the clothes. He's wearing a black overall, kinda in bad taste, but he's not from Gotham and he knows about the recent murder series. Doesn't know about the recent murder series? But that's not most important right now. Important is the head wound and the suicide attempt. And then the kid gives him an attitude in the weirdest mix of accents and dialect he's ever heard in his life. And the night goes from fuck to what the fuck. He obviously has combat experience, but in a weird way, like he's going into a gunfight with a kitchen knife. Prepared, but not with the weapon he actually wants. Like, he knows he can do shit with his bare hands, but it's the wrong shit. It's weird, is what it is. Like, the accent and the overall and the vocabulary and his non-existent knowledge about the literal city he's in. And the denial about trying to kill himself. And then the kid mentions waking up in an alley. Suddenly, it all makes a horrible kind of sense. He's the one. He's the first survivor. And he's running. His first fucking glance of a clue, and it's running away at breakneck speed, with no regard for its personal safety, trying to escape the one fucking person in Crime Alley who has any chance of helping them. Jason mentioned his day, right? With the lack of sleep, with the pit, and with the whole fucking stress. So, no. He won't take the blame for pulling a gun on the kid. He's just had enough, okay? For 2 weeks. He's been seeing corpses left and right, just like his family, and the pit has already had enough, because his only lead is a little brat running away from the people trying to help him, and the parallels are not helping the green haze covering his vision. But the kid looks unsurprised. He asked if Jason if he was a villain, and if Jason shoots him, he'll be no better than the monster killing people and leaving their mutilated bodies for innocent kids to hide. For Jason's siblings to look at, he twitches, just a little. But the kid has to have sensed that little moment of hesitation, because he darts forward, grabs the gun from Jason's hand, and socks him square across the helmet with it and makes a run for it. When Jason's sight is cleared of the black spots and the green haze, the kid is gone. And so is his gun and any kind of evidence on his god-forsaken case capable of answering his questions. Because he has a gun now. He's never fired one before in his life, and the model's kind of ancient, but it can't be that hard to figure out. It's like his quirk, but less efficient. He'll figure it out. Currently, he's hiding in the sewers of this Gotham, are ridiculously easy to get into, and a perfect hiding place until he can figure out his next steps. So he tucks himself into a dip in the tunnel and takes a deep breath to get rid of the leftover adrenaline from the chase. First off, food. And different clothes, because this shit is cold and uncomfortable and way too conspicuous. Then he can think about all the other shit. Only then, when he's safe. safe from villains obsessed with which fucking alleys he wakes up in. Seriously, what the fuck is going on with these people? Why do the villains always have to be obsessed with him? Why not a simple ass kicking and they're done? Whatever. No use in crying over it. That shit's for nerds. No. Katsuki's gonna follow his kick-ass plan with some food and clothes and maybe even shelter that doesn't smell like shit. And go the fuck home. He runs into his first snag at the lack of pockets to shove his gun into. Fuck this shit. It's like the universe wants him to lose. Fucking piece of shit. But because he ain't no dumbass, he rips off a piece of his left sleeve and loosely ties it around his left shin, tucking the gun into the makeshift holster. The onesie was ruined anyways. Won't change shit about the homeless look if a piece of sleeve is missing. He enters the first shop he sees on the block. He'll have to steal, and this one looks like the security is abysmal at best. And if they pull a gun, well, Katsuki has one too, now. So they'll fucking regret it for sure. Just let them come. He grabs a plastic bag off the shelves and starts shoving canned shit and protein bars into it. He's kinda glad he's not a fucking giant right now, because the clerk doesn't seem to have noticed him yet. A few electrolyte drinks, a flashlight, and some water bottles later, he notices the lack of clothing sold there. Fucking damn it. His toes are already numb. He needs some fucking boots if he wants to survive for longer than a week. But one thing is at a time. The bag is full, and the clerk is a distracted teenager trying to playing some kind of video game on the most ancient phone Katsuki's ever seen in his life. So he doesn't bother pulling the gun and goes for the stealth instead. And what do you know? It works. He's the fucking best. Suck it, extras. When he sneaks out, the smog seems marginally lighter than it did before. With the sun rising, he needs to get some kind of shelter if he wants to hide from the brick house villain. There ain't no way he's letting himself get caught before he's back to full strength. Luckily, the area seems to mostly consist of the most run-down, abandoned ruins possible, without sitting there with straight-up rubble. He just picks one that looks like it has lost its structural integrity yet and starts searching for something like a bed. He doesn't find one. What he does find is a bathroom with a medical kit. Time to take a look at the injuries he's been almost successfully ignoring, it seems. He drops the plastic bag in the tub and pulls out the flashlight and water bottle. Unzipping the overall, he uncaps the water bottle and places it next to the sink. He turns on the flashlight and is almost blinded by the mirror it's pointed at, which he hadn't seen because why would anything be easy for him and make this building have working light? And then he gets a good look at himself and almost drops ass first into the fucking tub. Because that ain't him. That ain't Bakugo fucking Katsuki. Because Bakugo Katsuki has blonde hair and red eyes, not black hair and brown eyes. But Katsuki should also be dead. Bakugo Katsuki was torn to shreds fighting Shigaraki. Bakugo Katsuki should be 6 feet deep in the best fucking coffin they could get for him. Instead, he's here, like this. This is wrong. That's not him. It can't be. That's his jaw, his teeth, his skin tone, his ears. No, those aren't his ears. Fuck, how did he not notice? He just ran from a villain through some random city without noticing that he doesn't have hearing aids in. And he can't hear shit. He's not hard of hearing and his eyes don't have an inbuilt protection from flashing lights anymore. He's proven by the fucking mirror. 2 integral parts of his quirk, and they're not there anymore. Just like the nitroglycerin. He lost his quirk. He's in fucking enemy territory, and he's fucking quirkless. He's quirkless. No, he can't be. The sparks worked, didn't they? He felt it. He can't do it again. He just has to concentrate. If his fucking vision would stop blurring and his fucking useless lungs would start pumping, he could do it. Just fucking breathe. Dumbass, it's not that hard. But it is, isn't it? Because there's sludge in his lungs and a hand around his throat, and his body isn't his anymore. He's not in control here. He's just a weak loser up against a stronger villain, and he's gonna die. He stumbles back into the wall and slides down onto the disgusting tiles, clutching at his legs and with shaking hands. He frantically thumbs at his chest and trying to get his lungs to fucking do the job. But it just triggers a coughing fit that really doesn't help with the hyperventilation. Neither does the dark. He dropped the fucking flashlight, and now the shadows are moving and elongating, and they kind of look slushy if you look at them right. And his head feels heavy, and the blur in his eyes could be slime, and his chest hurt, and he just wants it to be over. Please, just stop. Please, someone help. Please, he can't. He's gonna die. He's gonna suffocate. Gonna be ripped apart at the seams. Please, someone. He shoved his head between his knees, and unbidden, shitty hair comes to his mind. He always helped with panic attacks, always counted for him and stopped him from blowing up. He was always there. The image takes over, shitty hair next to him in the doors, calmly counting to 4 to 9 to 8. Offering a palm for Katsuki to grab onto if he can. He clutches up the zipper of the overall and counts for himself, concentrating on the image of his friend holding out his palm instead of the writhing shadows. Slowly but surely, his breathing slows, the panic recedes, leaving him with newly awakened pains and a crap ton of issues. Because now that particular can of worms is open too, and he has to think about his friends, about Class 1A, about the people he left behind when he died, his family. The thing is, when he was about to die, he felt like it was worth it. Saving all the people he cares about, sacrificing himself in the process seemed inevitable. Like it was the only thing he could do. He wasn't thinking about the consequences because for him there were none. He thought he'd be dead, but he isn't. He's here, wherever here is, and he misses them. He misses the extras he calls friend. He misses his parents. He misses the sensei for fuck's sake. It's bizarre. But the adrenaline is coming down, and the whole thing didn't do shit for his ribs and his head, so he rifles through the med kit for some painkillers. They're old, it turns out. Like, really old. A few fucking decades old. Just like the phone, like this city. Fuck. God, hasn't he had enough realizations for one day? Enough shit happening? Because all this points at time travel on top of being teleported to another fucking country. Is this even his fucking dimension? Because he's pretty sure that around the time the painkillers are dated, quirks were already fairly common. And he hasn't seen any yet. Maybe Brickhouse Bitch is just buff as fuck. Maybe this is some kind of alternate dimension where quirks don't exist, which would explain Katsuki's current situation in that department too. Not to mention the way he looks different or isn't injured as fuck. On top of that, Gotham doesn't exist in his universe. He's pretty sure. Oh fuck. Okay, this is just a theory, no proof yet. Anything's possible, he'll just keep it in mind and not think about it, just ignore it. Yeah, he'll deal with it some other day. He's had enough panic attacks for today. Looking for some kind of distraction, he finally gets started on his injuries. He uses the first water bottle to rinse away some of the blood on his torso, uncovering truly disgusting bruises all over his ribcage and a jagged cut down from his throat that definitely needs stitches. He's never been this glad about Sensei making them learn first aid. He ignores the date on the pills and the possibility of them actually being that fucking old, and downs a handful before getting to work. It hurts. If there'd been any other people in the building, they'd have learned an impressive lesson in multilingual swear words. and probably got tinnitus. But the stitches get done, even almost neat. He washes all the other wounds too and stitches those that need it together. In some cases, one-handed and therefore painful and crooked. When he's done, he's so fucking exhausted. He almost just says fuck it and immediately conks out in the bathtub. But he bled today, a lot, and contrary to popular belief, he's not actually suicidal or batshit insane. So he downs an electrolyte water and eats a few protein bars before curling up with his plastic bag in the bathtub and finally fucking sleeps. And that was the end of chapter 2 of I'll Be Wherever I Want to Bitch. And I am recording this after I recorded the chapter, so I kind of forgot what I was going to say about this since I don't really write things down. I did not learn my lesson about not having a script from the last couple videos, almost 10 videos, I think. So yeah, enjoy it and check out the author. I'll link in the description, and really just give me feedback on what you guys think about my content, because I don't get like a lot of people talking in the comments. So I don't know if it's good or not. Because if it's good, please tell me stuff about it. Please, I need to know where I can improve and everything. But check out the author and everything. This fic is so good and so underrated. It's not as underrated as it, but like a good couple, like there has been a good couple thousand, like 30,000 people who have read this, but like a couple of that have clicked on this, but a couple of those, like a couple hundred of those, have been me. Just going back onto there, rereading it. So yeah, read it on your own if you want to, because this is very good. This is a very good fic, and if I post this in March or something, I don't think I'll be able to post much during end of February, early March, and also during March. And in April, there's still be in April. There's still gonna be on my normal stuff, but I'm going on a school trip, so I think I might slow down a bit, but I make at least 8 videos. I record 8 videos a week, so I don't think my content would be depleted much. So yeah, sorry about the ranting and stuff. You guys go to the next one when I post it or whatever. Yeah.